Hey everyone, well, welcome back again to the proverbial green room and the proverbial, we're back to the coffee cup with the decaffeinated coffee here. I hope you're all having a good day. And again, as we get into this video here, what I want to do today is we've all been hearing lately that one of the problems that a great many of us are having in regards to these new soul-to-soul connections that are taking place on the planet that come under many different kind of labels is we've all gotten to the point now we've pretty much, with all of the information being given by so many people, now have the understanding that in order for us to fully love someone else and not play into a needy or a codependent relationship, that we need to be in fact having a relationship with ourselves and be in love with ourselves or like ourselves a lot or something along that particular vibration. So that's where I would like to go in the video today. And also what I'm going to be doing is we're going to make an attempt here. I'm going to actually share with you a way, a method, or some tools, if you will, as to how you can actually facilitate a dramatic change within yourself at a deep core spiritual inner child level, to be able to do that in the form of a combination visualization meditation exercise that I think you'll find will be workable for you. And what I'm going to do is kind of give you a lead in to it and then an explanation of the tools that we're going to use and why we're using those tools. And then I'm going to actually, hopefully, lead you into a meditation. I will not be using in the meditation any music. There will be no bells and whistles. There will be no fancy pictures and Getty cards and flashing things and lights and all that stuff. There'll be no sweet grass. There'll be no bells chiming. There'll be no great guru in the background singing a mantra or a blessing. It'll just be you and me, the two of us together, and we'll do a meditation. Now, before that, what I wanted to do was to, again here, kind of till the soil a little bit. And as you've probably noticed as of late, I've been coming up with some ditties. And these ditties are usually thought-provoking and with the sole purpose of perhaps opening you up to bigger or broader vistas of what you may be involved with in your own personal life, but in regards to your own spiritual growth. And I have another one here that I would like to read at this time, with your permission, of course. Got to put the specs on here. Now, this is the little ditty. I actually wrote this a while back, and I had it up on my Facebook page, and it's another one that I actually like. I actually like a lot of these things that I write because it's not me. When I write them, I kind of go somewhere and they just come and they just appear kind of thing. So I rather like this one. We will all have to become accustomed to the idea we are a multi-dimensional species. And we are forming connections with others beyond our present relationship templates and belief systems. These relationships or connections can and do exist beyond the present form of relationship belief systems we have been ingrained with for thousands of years. There are many labels today which are mere forerunners or rudimentary beginnings of these new multidimensional soul-to-soul connections. As we, as a species, evolve, relationships will be reinvented many times over the next few years as we awaken to more of our greater selves. It should be understood by the many that the most popular of these labels, twin flames, is only the beginning of these new soul-to-soul connections, not the end, as so many would like to believe. Now, I wanted to kind of present you with that ditty because in a soul-to-soul connection, what has happened is the twin flame belief system, the twin flame information has become, as you well know, rather, shall we say, pigeonholed, if I can put it that way. It's not expanding, it's not growing, it's staying in the same old cycle. So the soul-to-soul connection allows us a little bit more leeway to move. Now, in understanding that we're evolving, all of us as a species, that you, the person I'm talking to, is evolving, it means that you, as a key player in this event, have to do something. And that is what I discussed in the beginning of the video, is learn how to have a successful and loving relationship with yourself. And when you do this, then you can experience the high vibrational soul-to-soul connection under any or all of the so-called defined labels that are already there. And I need to emphasize, what we are experiencing now, as I mentioned in the ditty, is the rudimentary beginnings of these high vibrational soul-to-soul connections that are evolving us and moving us into becoming more in our multidimensional states of consciousness, which are far beyond the old relationship templates that we're in now. Now, in order to accomplish and understand where we're going, you have to have a reason for doing it and understand where we're going, which I've presented to you at this point. Now what I want to do is I want to say to all of you that a great many of you who will be listening to this video have been given a gift. And that gift is called that great big beautiful heart center awakening that you've had that caused you initially in the beginning so much turmoil and confusion, and you wanted to go out and fall in love, and you had this burning desire connection with another person, and you went through all kinds of actions and dramatic experiences, and you went through all kinds of growth and all kinds of pain and difficulty, and you sometimes wonder if it was actually a gift at all or more of a pain in the ass than anything else. And in reality, what has happened is we've been given this gift, and we have not been given a rule book or a playbook how to use it. And that's the issue. Each and every one of us must discover, and some of us will be in harmony and in agreement in the ways we discover how to use this gift that has been given to us, this magnificent heart center in the center of our chest. And we'll all have our experiences that are pertinent to our personality traits, habits, and likes and dislikes that will attract to us the appropriate people, situations, and experience that will help us to evolve. But, again, the key here, the key thing, and this is, and will not change, is we all have to learn how to love ourselves, have a successful relationship with ourselves, and be in balance. That's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to share a visualization, meditation exercise with you that works because I've tested it in varying ways over the last several years, so I know it works. And I'm going to share with you the mechanics of it, of what's taking place when you do this. And I also want to say at this point that I can assist anyone, depending upon whatever issue that you have going on in your life now, whatever trauma that you may have experienced, whatever difficulty you may be having. I can and will create exercises for you individually, personally, on a one-on-one basis. I can do this for you. I've become very accomplished at doing it. But in order to do it, I need to present some tools for some of you to start now on your own. And then if you want to grow and evolve more, I can be of assistance to you. Now, I have to say, two factors come into play here. One, we're going to use the heart center chakra. We're going to use also your imaginative faculty. And I have to explain something here. I've had people tell me in the past, when I've asked them, I would ask them, I'd say, are you a seer, or are you a feeler? And a lot of people would say, well, I don't really see, I only feel. And other people would say, well, I see more than I feel. Let me tell you something. If I walk up to any one of you that's listening to this video right now, and I smack you on the side of the face, every one of you, without exception, will feel it unless your face is frozen. So you're a feeler. All right? The other factor that's important here is this, is some people say, well, I don't see, but I feel. Let me point out something else that we need to be aware of. Every day, every one of us gets out of bed, and the first thing that we start doing is thinking about this or thinking about that. When you're thinking, you're picturing, you're seeing. So everyone sees and everyone feels. There are no exceptions. You cannot do one without the other. So everyone is a thinker and, a seer and also a feeler in varying degrees and intensity. So we're going to combine those two aspects with this beautiful, marvelous heart center chakra you have in the middle of your chest, and we're going to do a meditation. Now, I'm going to explain to you how we're going to do it, and we're going to do it like this. What I'm going to get you to do right now, at this moment, is get yourself in a comfortable position. If you got to go for a pee, that would be a good time. You know me, I got to throw in a little chuckle here and then. If you got to go get a cup of coffee or get your favorite jammies on, or put on your sockettes or whatever the hell you want to do, all right? And if you want to take this seriously, then now's the time, because I'll blabber on here for a minute and you can get set up and get comfortable, get a little cushion under your flat ass or whatever the hell else is going on, and get yourself in a comfortable position. Okay, now, let me have a sip of coffee. Also, before we get into the meditation, I want to mention something here that's important also. I would appreciate from any of you that are going to do this exercise, and you're going to practice it on your own, I would appreciate some feedback. Now, I realize a lot of people may look at the video and say, oh my God, here he goes, he's going to go something and do, they're going to put some silly or really smart-ass comments about how ridiculous or something I looked on YouTube. That's fine. If you want to do that and it makes you, it gets your rocks off, that's fine. You go ahead and do that. But for the other people who get some benefit from the exercise we're going to do, don't be bashful with the comments. Say so. I'd like to get some feedback from you, because I can improve upon, and I intend to go in the future in this direction by offering more how-tos and the tools and the actual how do we fix it type scenario. You might going to call me, maybe you're Mr. Fix-It in a lot of situations down the road. All right, now everybody's had a chance to get settled down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of go along with you in the meditation, and I'm going to be closing my eyes. All right, so this is what we're going to do. First of all, I'd like you all to get in your comfortable position at this particular point. And close your eyes. Now, the most important thing we're going to do right off the bat is we're going to change our breathing. How are we going to do that? Take your hands, both hands, place them over your tummy at this particular point, right over the top of your solar plexus, either one on top of the other, or side by side. Now, take a breath in through the nose. When you get to the top, push with your hands on your tummy. Exhale through your mouth. As you're pushing, let go of your hands. Now, take another breath. Let your hands relax. Blow it out through your mouth like you're blowing out a candle. Let yourself breathe normally and gently. Now, all of you remember a feeling or a sensation that you've previously had in the center of your chest called the heart center. You've had a spinning, a warm glow, a sensation in the middle of your chest. Some of you may see something, some symbol, whatever. So that we're all going to be on the same page, I would like you all now to imagine directly in the center of your chest a sunball. A big, beautiful, golden sunball. The sunball is a symbol directly related to our own sun. The sun supplies life, energy, and sustenance for every one of us on this planet. So while you're doing the exercise, and you practice it at a later time, do the breathing, see and feel the sun ball in the very center of your chest. A big, beautiful sun ball in the center of your chest. Now, make it bigger. See the sun ball getting bigger and bigger. See it spreading out all across your chest until you feel a big, beautiful, radiant, golden sun ball in the center of your chest. You can feel, you can see beautiful golden energy emanating, radiating, pulsating from the center of your chest. You can feel yourself becoming more energized, more vital, more energetic as you focus your attention directly on the sun ball in the center of your chest. Now, take a moment quietly and focus directly on the sun ball. Focus your total attention on the sun ball. Know that the sun ball offers you life, energy, sustenance, balance, harmony, rejuvenation in all forms. Know in the sun ball, which represents the heart center, you can make any change you desire. So now, whoever you are, wherever you are, you want to now communicate and connect with the little boy or the little girl that lives inside of you. That person, that little boy, or that little girl, who may not be in love with themselves, who may not like themselves, or feel good about themselves. So whoever you are, whatever you're doing, I would like you now to visualize, see, and feel you. Picture you smack in the center of the sun ball in the middle of your chest. See yourself standing there, your arms outstretched. You've got a smile on your face, and you're bathing in the beautiful energy of the sun ball. Feel the energy of the sun ball in the middle of your chest, radiating, permeating, and flowing through every cell, every muscle, every tissue, every bone in your physical body. Now, twirl around. Take a look at how happy you feel. Smile. Jump a little. Do silly things. Now, right smack in the center of the chest of the person you see standing, moving, in the middle of the sun ball, in the center of your chest. Create him or her a sun ball. Create for the little boy or the little girl that lives within you a sun ball within a sun ball. Create within that little girl or that little boy a beautiful golden sun ball in the very center of his or her chest. You can do this. You have the power, you have the tools, and you have the wherewithal to do it. Because you can see this, because you can feel this, and now you can create it, and now you can energize it, magnetize it, and bring it to life. Bring the sun ball in the center of the chest of the little girl or the little boy alive. See it radiate. See it emanate energy everywhere to the little girl or the little boy. Now, at this point, all I'm going to ask all of you to do is to simply let yourself enjoy the experience in the sun ball, you and the little girl or the little boy. Do silly and frivolous things. Do fun things. Have a happy experience. Have a happy fun. Have a happy day. Because now you're accomplishing and doing something. You have a loving feeling within yourself because you have created for the little girl or the little boy a loving, creative sun ball in the center of his and her chest. Enjoy what you have created. Understand that you can change and create anything you want because you have been gifted with the imagination, the ability to see. You have been gifted with the ability to feel, and you can feel it now. And you have been gifted with the greatest gift of all, a big, beautiful heart center in the center of your chest. I'll give you a moment to experience yourself. Now that you've made a connection and started a relationship, a loving, divine relationship with the little girl or the little boy, keep the feeling going, keep the energy flowing, and then very quietly and gently, taking one deep breath, inhaling in through the nostrils, letting go of the picture in the center of your chest. Return your consciousness into your head. Exhale through your mouth and return to full waking consciousness. All right. So there you have it. A very rough idea of what's available to you, what you can accomplish. And if you are serious about this, you will have made a connection with that inner part of yourself, and you have moved beyond your present state of belief systems. We all have to learn how to communicate differently with our inner self. And one of the things that I have found to be most successful is if we take on the role of parenting and we apply a very gentle, nurturing, loving, and compassionate environment for that inner part of ourselves, we can accomplish a great deal in a very short space of time. And the other thing that's important is when you're visualizing and feeling in the way that I've just described, you're immediately making an impression upon the etheric body, and you are breaking up old energetic templates that have been stored there for millennia, lifetimes, if you will. And as I mentioned, I can do this with people one-on-one, or I can tailor specific meditations and exercises for you based on your needs. So practice this one. Oh, and I should add, in order to get pretty firm results, I recommend you practice this exercise for a period of no less than 2 weeks. Do it once a day minimum for at least 10 minutes. If you have meditations that you normally do, I recommend that you do this one first. Do your own regular meditations afterwards. I also recommend this. When doing the type of meditation that I'm suggesting, I also suggest that you do not put on any music, no bilinear beat stuff, no bells, whistles, no waves, no birds singing, no nature things. YouTube is full of thousands of meditations, which are nothing more, in most cases, than entertainment commodity. This type of meditation requires silence, a private environment, and you. The rest is not necessary. Have a good day, everyone. Love you all dearly. Take care.